What's up, beautiful people? In this video we will be mulching the leaves that have fallen with it being fall, and so to see what we can do and how we should do to prepare for them for our gardens in the future. Let's grow. What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Don't Keep Up With the Joneses. 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 What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode, another video. It's your boy Ricky Jones Jr., and like I said, we will be mulching some leaves that I have going along here, which I have this huge oak tree that I am up under right now, and I don't know where you are or where you may be, but you probably will be in contact with some leaves in the near future, okay? And so what I want to be able to do is show you how the leaves that you see are opportunity for future growths in your garden going forward, okay? So make sure you stay tuned to see what you can do, what you should do to be able to collect these leaves so they'll be able to create mulch in the future and for your benefit and for your future harvests, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and bag up these leaves and things like that to show you what I'm gonna do using this lawnmower, but then we'll also talk through how it is beneficial for your gardens in the times ahead, okay? So let's go ahead and get the bagging. Great people, all right? So let's talk about the benefits of leaf compost and leaf mulch. But then even before we get into that, I do want to say, if you have a oak tree that has leaves that fall over your patio or your deck or things like that, you do want to get the leaves off the wood itself, because the oak trees are, or excuse me, the oak tree leaves are acidic, and once they do hit your deck, it will start to mess up your deck, decolor your deck, weaken your deck, and your deck won't be as deck approved as you may want it to be, or even visually appealing, okay? So for that reason alone, you just want to get the leaves up. Now what you do with the leaves, obviously that's what this video is for, but nonetheless, if you do have a garden and you are using this for beneficial properties, there are also many that leaf mulch brings and leaf compost brings as well. And so one of the things it does is that it regulates the soil temperature, okay? It will keep your, when it's warm outside, your soil to be cooler, and when it's cold outside, it allows for it to be warmer, okay? And largely due to the barrier between the sun or the elements and your soil itself, okay? So think of it as a nice blanket when necessary, or a steady fan as needed, right? But not only that, but it also suppresses weeds, obviously too, because of that barrier that you get between the soil and the, you know, sun and water and things like that, because that is what weeds need to achieve the growth that they so want, right? But then also too, what this provides, the mulch does, is allow, when you decompose it into compost, it allows for you to have some fertilizer essentially into your soil, because it fertilizes, or excuse me, turns into a nice rich compost, and then you'll be good to go. But as you can see, I am going over with the lawnmower to break it down a little bit more so that it'll be finer and try to expedite the process and the whole decomposition process, okay? All right, so the way I'm gonna do this is I have my big old trash bag, nice black trash bag, in which now I'm going to dump my shredded leaves into, and we'll see how much, this is nice, it's like a half bag full. And somewhat that were wasted. Alright, so that was just off the patio. Let me see what other leaves I can rake from around here as well. All right, great people. So I do want to say that the difference between your leaf mulch and your leaf compost is that if you were to use the leaf mulch just after going over it with the lawnmower just like this, you will have leaf mulch, okay? So that's simply a barrier between the soil itself and the sun, right? So that's your mulch. That's what mulch does, as opposed to compost, which is allowing these leaves to decompose so that they can turn to somewhat of an organic matter, which is similar to like your soils and things like that. So that is the difference between the mulch and the compost, which in this video I am going for compost. I already have the hay that I use as mulch, and I'm gonna use this as decomposed matter that enrich the soil. So from there, what I will do, and what you should do, is go ahead and douse your leaves with some water, and that is just going to make sure that the decomposition process does what it needs to do, okay? You do want your leaves to be moist but not drenched, and things like that. But as I am also doing, getting out the air as much as possible, and as I'm going to go ahead and seal this bad boy up, okay? And then from here you may be wondering, what do you do? Well, you want to go ahead and poke some holes in this bad boy, because you don't want the water to just sit. If the water just sits, then it becomes a yucky mess and something that you do not want to be a part of or in your garden, okay? So you poke holes in it, and it is now ready to start the decomposing process. Let's go. All right, great people. So I put the label on it, knowing that it usually takes from 8 to 10 months to decompose and things like that, for me to be able to use this leaf compost as leaf mulch, which, as I talked about all the various beneficial properties for leaf mulch in the garden and things like that, we have some that we are going to go ahead and start organically and officially that has fallen from my oak tree. So I'm excited for what this will be. I'm going to put it in that area over there, which is a shaded spot, which is ideal for the composting process. And of course, with the lawnmower, that did break things down further, so that as it does what it does, it'll have more you know, breakdown to do what it needs to do, okay? So great people, go ahead and collect those leaves. If you see bags of leaves on the side of the road, if you trust the home or the people in which they may have come from, just go ahead and grab them. I'm sure they'll be thankful they're out there for the dumpster anyway, and so that'll help relieve another job, but help benefit your job, which is growing nice and healthy vegetables and produce for your family, loved ones, and people that you are growing for. So with that being said, I showed you what you should do, what you can do, and what you can go ahead and start. So go ahead and smash that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps the YouTube algorithm, as well as helping other people come in contact with this. And if you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. I appreciate you greatly for doing so. With that being said, happy gardening, happy living, and remember, if you have any questions or have any concerns, you can always garden with me. Till next time, peace, love you.